friends, and welcome to another video activity.
Really? Doug?
Video activity with Maestra Johnson and a very vocal Doug. Today we are going to be doing an activity called salt painting. Now, for this activity, you are going to need a paintbrush, some food coloring, some water, which I don't have at the moment, because we're going to need that later, some glue, and some salt. And a bowl for a bowl or two for your food coloring with water. And then you are also going to need some paper. So to start, what we are going to do is this is going to take about a half hour because we are going to first put our glue on our paper, and then we're going to cover it in salt. And then after that, we have to let it dry. So that's what's going to take a little bit of time, and then we come back and we're going to paint our salt. So I'm going to use my glue, and I'm going to make sure it's coming out. It is. And I'm going to create some designs on my paper. So I really like hearts, so I'm going to do a heart. Make sure you get kind of like the puffy glue. You don't want it too thin. You want it to kind of stand up so the salt will stick to it. Okay, so I have a heart, and I'm going to do a star. Oh, that wasn't thick enough. I would just stick to line drawings. I don't know how much I would fill in because that would use up a lot of salt and a lot of glue, and I don't have tons. And then I'm also going to just do some little spots. Just make some cool pattern. If you want to do your name, you could easily do your name. If you have white school glue, that works as well. I just happen to have this clear school glue, which is Joann's brand. Then I am going to come on it with my salt. I'm going to try really hard to keep it on my paper. And I know I'm not hitting all of the spots, but what I'm going to do here in a minute, I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to try to move it around so it hits all of the different, and I do have a paper under to catch if needed, but I'm just going to kind of, well, one of my spots is dripping. And all of mine has now been soaked up with my glue. So I am going to let this sit and dry for about 30-ish minutes until it's ready. Hello friends, and I am back. Our salt and glue has had time to dry, and I get to paint it now. So this is exciting. I have little dishes of water here with about 8 to 10 drops of food coloring in each one. Now I actually would recommend, I did this once already as a practice for the Spanish video, and I think I have too much water. So if you have like little paint cups or little cups, and you put a little bit of water in them with just 1 or 2 drops of food coloring, that probably will work better. But I have red here, I have green, and then I have my blue. So what I am going to do is I am just going to dip my paintbrush in one of those, and I'm just going to touch a spot. And you can see that when I touch one little spot, it like spider webs out and like expands and does some cool reactions with the salt. Ooh, that one I just dropped a drop and it like, do green over here. My red is kind of weak, and because I'm only using one paintbrush, it mixes with the other colors and gets a little bit brown. So I'm not entirely keen on that color, but I'll do a little bit of it for you here on the top of the heart. It's not too bad. It's just a little weak in color, and I could easily add more, but I don't want to use up all of my food coloring because we have other activities to do too. So you can see how it just kind of like the salt helps, like, I'm not quite sure the entire reaction, but it just like spreads real quick. I think it's super cool. And I'm gonna put just a little bit of green in the middle there. And we're gonna mix a little bit here to do that. Do a little there, a little dot there, a little bit there. Put some of our red on, our star. Ooh, I love those spots where like it just, you put it on and you can just see it like starburst out of there, like woo! All right, so we're just gonna keep going. And so friends, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna paint all of your design. Everything you've put salt on, everything you put glue on, that whole design, you're just gonna paint that with food coloring and let that just do its job. I do have my one from earlier, but you can see how cool the effect with the heart is. I did one in my Spanish video a little bit ago, very similar. It's just super fun and different, something different. So I hope you enjoyed this activity, and I'll see you next time. Adios, mis amigos!